Every ticket tells a story, and this is Front Row Dave at Yankee Stadium on July 16th. Was an awesome fan, no doubt, of Paul McCartney and many, many other artists. Tell me your story, man.
Well, I go to a lot of concerts,
Yep.
and I come out front and see if I can get a ticket.
Okay.
And see if I can get them inexpensively.
Sure, that's
And-
always good, right?
Right. So last night I got a free ticket because somebody won a ticket from a radio station, so they gave it to me because it was a comp ticket.
Yep.
And tonight somebody gave me a ticket because they were walking in with it and they weren't going to use it. So they gave it to me. And so, you know, I saw it last night, but second night's going to be better, right? I mean,
Usually.
why not?
Usually they outdo, you know.
Joel was there tonight, and, you know, I really enjoyed the show. I mean, I see a lot of shows. I probably see 50 shows a year, and
Nice.
and this is one of the top shows. This has got to be one of the top shows. I have to rate Paul McCartney of one of the top 5 shows I've ever seen.
Can it really get better than one of the Beatles? You know, there's really not much
Exactly,
out there
like-
that really can outdo that.
Exactly. Like, if you didn't have all the Beatles, this is the best next thing. Because he has a great backup band and he plays a lot of songs from the Beatles. And even the songs he plays from Wings and the other songs, he is just such a performance artist. He is great.
He really is, definitely. And that's amazing that you got a ticket for free. You know,
Two nights.
there were scalpers out here charging hundreds of dollars. StubHub this morning wanted $6,000 for fifth row.
I know. That's because, you know, people aren't willing to do the work, I guess. You know, come here. You know, I'm here by myself, so that makes it easier.
Sure.
You know, if you're here with 2 people or 3 people, then...
It's hard to get a pair sometimes.
Right, right. But if you came, I'm sure I could have done it with 2 or 3 people. But, you know, I'm used to doing it by myself, so I've done it a long time, and, you know, I'm just used to it. But this was a great concert, and I loved Paul McCartney.
And that's your story, right?
That's my story.
Every ticket.
I'm sticking to it.
Every ticket tells a story.
Every ticket tells the story.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
You want to marry Paul?
I do want to
well,
marry Paul.
there you go. I
What's your
hear
name,
that.
Paul? At this
No
point,
doubt.
I'll marry any Paul at this point. This is the 3rd time I'm asking for him to marry me.
There you go. Hold that right up. Oh my God, that is so awesome.
Field twice, and then I said, if you don't marry me, you could just sign my poster.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
either
go.
One or the other. It doesn't matter. you
It's
know,
all
but-
it's all good, right?
So now that, you know, it's all good, but now that this is the last show at, you know, Yankee Stadium here, any Paul, if any Paul will marry me.
I wish my name was Paul, but unfortunately I'm Front
What
Row
a
Dave.
Great show. What great. This is wonderful.
It really
Thank
is.
you so
isn't
much.
It?
Yes, yes.
It's just
yes,
it's a
yes.
beautiful night.
It's a beautiful night.
Fantastic venue.
Fantastic venue.
You
of
know,
course.
the new Yankee Stadium, just amazing.
Incredible.
And Paul McCartney, Billy Joel
You know
joining
what?
him on stage.
What else can you ask for except for?
Well, you know, is he married now?
No, he's engaged. That's why this is it now. This is it.
Who's he engaged to? He's been married a couple times.
And
hasn't he?
Nancy something or
Who
another.
cares, right?
She's like Barbara Walters' niece or something. And,
Oh, it
you know,
figures, right?
At least she has money, so she's not going to screw him. You know.
Well, you know.
I know. All right.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, you never know.
That's for sure. Thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
on. I really
Okay.
appreciate it.
I'm Spike Chinello from Brooklyn, New York.
All right, great.
How do you
I'm fantastic, Spike.
Great. I wouldn't be surprised after seeing a McCartney show that you would not be in a fantastic mood.
Exactly. I know, man.
That was great, wasn't
People
it?
have been coming out. They're glowing. They're like so satisfied with the night. It's like it just really can't get any better. It
And
truly
he's in
can't.
fantastic voice.
Absolutely.
You know, Paul still sounds amazing.
You know, I can only pray to God that at 69 I can still talk. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know if I'm going to be here. Yes, fantastic.
I hear
yes.
you, man.
Yeah, God bless him. God bless him.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Did you feel that there was one highlight of the night where you were just like, oh my God, this is just amazing?
Well, the carry that way at the end always gets me in the throat here. The 3 times I've seen Paul, every
Yep.
time, yeah. It's like, it's almost too much. You know, first time I saw Paul, he opened with Hello Goodbye at the Garden, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, you can't open with Hello Goodbye.
What year was
I
that?
think it was about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
So back a little bit.
Yeah, but fantastic. Always good.
Always. And what was your first concert you've ever
First
seen in
concert
your
ever
life?
was Rush in 1981.
Very nice.
And then I saw Queen in 1982, so I was lucky about that one too.
Mine was Molly Hatchet in 1981.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, there you go. Some
good
Southern rock.
Band, yeah.
Absolutely. Then Ted Nugent.
Nice meeting you.
Yes,
And
likewise.
My ride.
Absolutely. Yankee Stadium, just an amazing place. Opened in April of 2009. Just talking to one of the management from here. Very special place. It really is. No question about it. Gonna be here for the Big Four in September. Gonna be fantastic. Hey man, what'd you think of the show, bro?
Awesome, man.
Tell me about it, man.
McCartney, the Beatles. I was born in 81. I'm just happy to see some of the Beatles alive.
I hear you, man. True icon.
I am 50 years old, and that is the best concert I have ever been to.
Nice.
I rocked it, and he rocked me. I loved it.
He
Loved it, loved it, loved it. I loved it. I love you, Pop. I love him.
You rock on. Absolutely.
I rocked his concert, and he rocked me.
You gotta love it. Classic rock and roll.
It was the best.
The best.
We love Paul McCartney. He's adorable. It was worth every minute of it.
Excellent.
Excellent.
This is my friend Janet. She wants to marry Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah.
Well, wouldn't that be awesome, huh?
It would be amazing.
And he has the same birthday as me.
He does.
And I really would like him to know that. So, Paul, if you're watching, we share the same birthday.
Great show.
And I love you. Great show.
I don't love him
I do.
personally, but it was a great performance.
Amazing.
My husband's from England.
All right. Great.
That was really important to me when I was getting married.
We had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you guys enjoyed the show. What was the highlight, you think?
Well, I love Live and Let Die with all the pyrotechnics, and we saw that once before.
And he performed my favorite song, Maybe I'm Amazed.
Love it. And mine, I will. Love it.
Let's hear it for Paul McCartney. All right, tell me about that Paul McCartney show.
Well, it was phenomenal tonight, but it gets more phenomenal every time we see him. We've seen him in concert about 15 times.
This is great. He makes it fresh. I don't know how he does it.
We've gone to the same show, three, that he's done the same week, like in Madison Square Garden. We've been to 3 of those shows, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever it was.
I grew up with him.
She grew up with them.
Awesome.
And I've been a Beatle fan since February 8th, 1964.
Why that date?
Because that's when they came to America.
The shows have such great karma. I love seeing the younger kids getting into it, dancing in the aisles, which is great.
Singing the songs, knowing the lyrics, knowing them better than him. And I love that he does songs that he's never done before. Songs the Beatles never performed live. And he says he wants to do them live because they've never been performed live.
What was it that he did tonight that he's never
He
performed
did the song
before?
from Help the night before. That was it. He said "We Goodbyes" the night before.
Right, that's right.
Fantastic.
It was phenomenal. It's my favorite song from Help.
And 15 times, what was your very first?
1976 when he was with Wings.
And where was that?
Madison Square. I had tickets to see him when I was 10 years old at Shea Stadium.
Okay.
And my sister's 10 years older than me, and she got wonderful tickets from a very good guy, and we had box seats, and my mother said she couldn't go because I was the big fan. If I couldn't go, she couldn't go either, so she couldn't hold it over me.
Oh, I bet she loved you about that one, huh?
Well, my mother I loved her dearly, may she rest in peace, but I will never forgive her for that. So I could have seen Shea Stadium, but I didn't.
Well, you can't see them all, but it sounds like you've had your fair share, that's for sure.
Yeah.
15's a lot of shows
Every time
for
he comes
one artist.
around.
Every time he comes around. And if I could have gotten tickets to yesterday's show, we would have come yesterday too. Paul opened up Shea in '65. First concert at Shea. Then he closed Shea Stadium with Billy Joel.
Really?
Billy Joel closed Shea Stadium, and Paul McCartney flew in to be with him that night. And he made it by 10 minutes. And then when Citi Field opened up, Billy Joel came to open up Citi Field with Paul, and we were there for that.
Fantastic. And out of 15 shows, have there been other entertainers that have joined him on stage over the course of the times you've seen him?
We know that we've seen.
I haven't seen him. No, I haven't seen any other entertainers on stage.
Excellent. Well, I tell you, I've talked to a lot of people tonight, and I don't know if I've spoken to anyone as knowledgeable about Paul McCartney as you. I'm being so completely honest. It's not even funny.
50 year fan. Well, 47-year fan.
Every year I get a Beatles book.
Every
she
year.
reads it.
Cover to cover.
So if you have any questions, give her a call.
Fantastic.
love this.
My pleasure to meet you tonight. Truly.
Thank you. Oh, I love them. And I've always loved Paul. To me, Paul was the Beatles.
Yep.
John was very nice. George was very nice. Ringo was very nice. But Paul was the Beatles.